Ready to roll. Okay, it being 5 p.m., the Lafourche Parish Council meeting of August 26, 2025 is hereby called to order. Ms. Carleen, can you please conduct roll call?
Yes, sir. Mr. Brumfield. Present. Mr. Adams is absent. Mr. Perk.
Here.
Mr. Melvin.
Here.
Mr. Pierce.
Here.
Mr. Arabi.
Here.
Chairman Oten.
Here.
Mrs. Chasson. Here. Mr. Lorraine. Here. And President Ogeron.
Thank you very much, Ms. Carleen. If everyone would please rise. We'll be led in the invocation by Councilman Perk, followed by Pledge of Allegiance by Councilman Melvin.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Dear Lord, we thank you for gathering us here safely this evening. And please bless us as we work to do our parishes, take care of our parish business, and to do it in the best effort to serve all of our constituents and citizens of the parish. We also ask that you remember Gene Richard. Gene was a long-time City of Thibodaux councilman. He served, I don't know how many years, a Vietnam veteran, and he was the true epitome of a true public servant with all of his volunteer work. So we ask that you bless him and eternal rest unto him. Amen.
Amen.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's deliberations. We'd like to remind everyone that if you plan to address the council, please feel free to fill out a blue form at the doorway. Get it up to the council clerk. We'll be sure to recognize you during public wishing to address the council. Additionally, we respectfully request you either put your phones on silent or turn them off out of respect for others in the council chambers. Lastly, I'd like to remind everyone as we go through ordinances, we will ask for public input 3 times on each individual ordinance. Once we get to resolutions, we will go directly to just discussion by the council before a vote. So if you want to speak on a resolution, please fill out a blue form and get up during public wishing to address the council. With that said, we'll jump right into tonight's meeting. Item A, state and/or federal legislative updates. I don't see any legislators in the audience.
No outstanding citizen tonight.
We have no B. Brings us to item C, proclamation. Item 1, proclamation congratulating and honoring Ms. Sarah Williams for her outstanding literary achievement. Mr. Lorraine, and this was deferred from the 8/12/25 LPC meeting. And Mr. Lorraine, if you press your button, I'll be sure to you have the mic, sir.
As soon as I get read this proclamation, I'd like to take a picture with her. And then when we get through, I'd like for her to come say a few words about how you could purchase her book. Okay?
Perfect.
And, oh, by the way, I must say that her grandma and my wife were sisters.
Nice.
But her grandma passed a few years ago. Okay? Whereas on behalf of Lafourche Parish Council member Daniel Lorraine, District 9, the Lafourche Parish Council wishes to congratulate and honor Ms. Sarah Williams for her outstanding literacy achievement with the publication of 2 of her books in a series titled The Adventure of Honey the Golden, Honey Learns the Golden Rule, and The Lion Line with her first book. Honey Learns the Golden Rule becoming the #1 new release for children's social skills on Amazon within the first day. And whereas Ms. Williams has always dreamed of becoming a children's book author since she was a little girl, her favorite time of the school day was when her teachers would read picture books to the class. Her passion for children literature grew more as she pursued her career in elementary education. And whereas Miss Williams' dad, Klein, believed in her long before she ever believed in herself. He would always tell her she was going to write a book one day. Now their dream is a reality because of his constant support and the belief that her words matter. Her first book is dedicated to him. And whereas Miss Williams' book explored the importance of everyday lessons and social skills which help children understand their own emotions and those of others. And whereas the reception of the community has been amazing, she has held story times at the Grand Isle Public Library, as well as the Storefront, the La Rose, and Lockport Public Libraries, and is scheduled for the Thibodaux Public Libraries sometime in August. And whereas Ms. Williams, a valued member of the community, has demonstrated exceptional talent and dedication in the field of literature, and her craft of writing serves as an inspiration to aspiring authors and readers alike. Now therefore be it resolved by the Lafourche Parish Council convened in regular session August 26, 2025, we do hereby congratulate and honor Ms. Sarah Williams for her outstanding literary achievement. In witness thereof, I, Daniel Lorraine, Councilman District 9, Lafourche Parish Council, do hereby set my signature and have caused to be affixed the official seal of the Lafourche Parish Council, State of Louisiana, this 26th day of August, 2025, Racine, Louisiana. And I look better without my glasses.
Rachel.
Everyone, thank you very, very much. It is a great honor to accept this. Oh, sorry, Sarah Williams, 260 East 87th Street, Cutoff, Louisiana, 70345. But again, thank you very much. I'm very, very blessed and humbled to be from Lafourche Parish. I believe we are a parish who helps each other, and it's kind of easy to help each other in bad times. You know, we all come together for all the bad things that happen, but to be from a parish that when something good happens that you recognize it, you don't always see the good that happens sometimes. So I appreciate this. If you want the book, I do have a Facebook page for the book. It's Honey the Golden on Facebook, and I'll go ahead and post the picture for tonight. And it's also available on Amazon. If you search Honey the Golden book, you'll be able to see it. The first book is, the series title is The Adventures of Honey the Golden. The first book is Honey Learns the Golden Rule, and then she goes and help out her zoo animal friends for the rest of the series. And the second book, of the series is The Lying Lion. That's her first friend she helped out. And I'm actually working on a Christmas book right now, hoping to release it on November 1st. So be on the lookout for that. Again, thank you very much. I'm honored. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good, thank you. I will move on to item D, presentations and/or updates. And we do have one, Louisiana Public Service Commission, District 2, to discuss the Energy Efficiency Grant Program. This was submitted by the administration, and I'm assuming we have the executive assistant based on this business card. You live.
Good afternoon, council members. We're with Commissioner Jean-Paul Cousson's office. Commissioner Cousson represents District 2, which goes from Baton Rouge up to the Mississippi line to Lafayette and all the way down here. So it covers a lot of ground, and we want to make sure we hit every parish and make sure all of y'all feel heard and seen. The PSC, we set rates and regulate utility companies in the state, from electricity to water and natural gas. We're y'all's direct advocate for that. So if y'all have any issues with billing discrepancies, I know a lot of his constituents are on fixed income, and what may not seem like a big issue to some people is a huge issue to others. And a lot of times it's something simple as just having our office reach out to the utility company and it gets fixed. I hate to say that, but sometimes that's how it works. We also, a lot of it is if neighborhoods have frequent outages. You know, a lot of times the project might be in the queue, but a call from us, we can get that fast tracked and get it done in a couple of months. We've had that a few times with some neighborhoods. So yeah, like I said, we're y'all's direct advocate. I left my business card up there with y'all. And for people in the audience, if y'all need one, we have extra. Our role is to help protect the consumers, and we're happy to help any way we can.
Hey, my name is Mary Liz Boyer, and I run the energy efficiency program for our district. Some of you might know what it is, being that we actually redid the lighting in this building in 2023. But for those of you that don't, it is a program that gets funds from the utilities, and we are able to cover public entity projects 100% free of charge to the public entity itself in order to upgrade lighting, HVAC systems, and this is a way to help give back and help get your electric bills reduced in these public entities. I know sometimes governments don't have as much of a budget as private companies might have, so it's been pretty useful. So you can lower the electricity bills. It helps to improve infrastructure, and then also has an environmental impact because you're able to reduce the energy, which lowers emissions and supports state resilience goals. So like I said, we've done this building. This past year, we just approved 7 more projects in Lafourche Parish. And so since 2023, we've given back $1.6 million specifically to Lafourche. I know we still have a couple more projects in the queue for this parish, but if there's buildings that might not have been recognized yet, that is something that you guys would want looked at, feel free to let us know. My contact information and all of our contact information is on the back of that page for you guys. But other than that, I am the direct contact for anything energy efficiency within our office. I actually see Stevie Smith in the audience over here. We just helped them out on a school in Terrebonne Parish. So the door is open, and if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Does anyone have any questions for the Public Service Commission? Mr. Araber, you have the floor,
I
sir.
just got a comment. Well, the guy with the Public Service Commission, I just hope next time the sewer systems go to y'all to get an increase, y'all look at it real hard and don't increase to the public, because I got more phone calls about that in my area, and I'm sure y'all phones rang off the hook that y'all increased it, 50, 60, 70%, I think is what it was, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the company needs to have a little increase, and I can understand that, but it's a big jump for these poor people, like you said, on fixed incomes. So I'd like, y'all looking at it real hard next time to see if, if it has to go up again, to maybe gradually increase it, don't take it all at one time.
Yes, sir. Actually, what they follow is a formula rate plan, and the one that they're coming up for a renewal on it in, I believe, November. And so the previous one was set before Commissioner Couson took office, and so he's making it a point for when this one comes up for renewal to put some teeth into it and maybe set some parameters on them on what they can do and what's allowed to recover.
Thank you. No further questions? Oh, Mr. Lorraine has just pressed his light.
Yeah, I just want to thank y'all for coming. And I don't think I've ever seen a Public Service Commissioner come here. So you might have made some points, old boy.
Thank
y'all.
y'all. Appreciate it. All right, brings us to item E, engineers and or architect reports. None of these engineers want to give a report tonight? No? Okay. Brings us to item F, public wishing to address the council, public hearings, agenda items, et cetera. Ms. Carleen.
Mr. Robert Terrio, if you'd approach the podium, state your name and address for the record, Mr. Terrio, and please remember you have 3 minutes.
Robert Terrio, 414 Eagle Drive, Raceland, Louisiana. I'm here to talk about our high taxes. I took a look at Golden Meadow. It's got the highest tax rates and millages here in Lafourche at 139 mills. That's outside of the city limits. Inside the city limits, it's 137. And then if you add in another 21.8 for the city, it's at 159.6. And you could compare that against Terrebonne Parish, which is around 90 mills, because I have a warehouse in Terrebonne Parish. And, that's a substantial, elevation in taxes compared to our neighboring parish here. And I want to make a statement. It's of great regret that I've had to, sue the assessor's office. However, with that said, it also comes with great disappointment with the then parish council for which this action could have perhaps been prevented. The permanent removal of my homestead exemption and doubling of home value was not affordable. Taxes went up from $223 to $1,900 a year. Should I live for another 25 or 30 years? And by the way, my mother's 90 years old, still living, so hopefully I'll live that long. That would be almost $50,000 in taxes. And that's the reason I had to sue. Every effort was made, either directly by myself or my representative, to settle this case before going to court. The position of refusing to settle was like hitting a brick wall. If any of you know Mr. Leslie Claymore, you know he wants to settle and really does not want to argue the case in front of a judge. He was, and I quote, thrown out of her office. I came before the council 4 years ago, as some of you may remember, along with Attorney Claymore, presenting evidence of the Louisiana Constitution, Article 4, Section 20, which I'm not going to read, but in summation, it basically says if you own property and live on it, then you're entitled to a homestead exemption, period. Several of you council members knew and admitted on camera that I had been living in Lafourche and still do today. You either knew me from permitting or affiliation with activities in the local department of fire department or other activities within the parish. Most of the council members also knew one or more of the 7 witnesses which were willing to testify on my behalf. And I quote, even one is a state trooper, one of the council members commented on video. The 30 to 40-minute presentation was to no avail. As you know, the parish council, acting as the board of review, rejected my appeal. This rejection required me to go to court. The court case was heard by Honorable Judge Chris Boudreau, 17th Judicial Court, Division D in Thibodeau. First, the stay order was ruled on some 12 years and $12,000.
Hold on, Mr. Robert, that's 3 minutes. Does anyone want to
I'm sorry.
relinquish 3 more minutes? Anyone wants to relinquish 3 more minutes? No? So your 3 minutes are up, Mr. Robert. We do have your form here, though.
Okay,
And we're
thanks.
going to add into the minutes.
All right, thank you, sir.
Sure, thank you.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you, Ms. Carleen. Brings us to item G, approval of minutes. Item 2, I now entertain a motion to accept the minutes of the August 12, 2025 regular session. So moved by Mr. Perk, second by Mr. Brumfield. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes with 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence, that absence being Mr. Adams. Item H, public hearing and ordinances for ratification. I now entertain a motion to open public hearing. So moved by Mr. Perk, second by Mr. Brumfield. All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence, that absence being Councilman Adams. Item 3, ordinance declaring property as surplus belonging to Lafourche Parish Government, authorizing the disposal of surplus property, authorizing advertising of surplus items for sale, authorizing acceptance of the highest qualified bidders, and any remaining items that are deemed to have no value will be properly discarded, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Moved by Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Brumfield. Would anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 3? Second call, public input on the ordinance at number 3. Last and final call, anyone from the public wants to comment on the ordinance at number 3? Anyone from the council? There'll be none. We'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. I now entertain a motion to close public hearing. So moving Mr. Perk, second by Mr. Melvin. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item I, proposed ordinances. Mr. Perk, if you press your mic. All right, you live.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Number 4, proposed ordinance rescinding ordinance number 7050 that approved an agreement to purchase and sell property between Jerry Leday and Karina Petrie Leday in Lafourche Parish Government for the property located at 18594 Highway 3235, Galliano, Louisiana, 70354, Track 1 through Track 4, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Councilman Lorraine for administration. Number 5, proposed ordinance rescinding ordinance number 7051 that approved a purchase and sale agreement between Bristow US LLC and Lafourche Parish Government for the building and other improvements located at 18594 Highway 3235, Galliano, Louisiana, 70354, Track 1 through Track 4, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Councilman Lorraine for the administration. Number 6, proposed ordinance providing for a 2025 supplemental appropriation 25-006 within the 2025 operations and maintenance budget and capital outlay budget to amend the library and building and maintenance budget, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said transactions as provided by Article 6 of the Lafourche Parish Home Rule Charter. Chairperson Otam for administration. Number 7, proposed ordinance providing for a 2025 supplemental appropriation 25-007 within the 2025 operations and maintenance budget to budget for a donation from Walmart Spark Good Local Grant in the amount of $2,500, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said transactions as provided for by Article 6 of the Lafourche Parish Home Rule Charter. Councilman Brumfield for administration. That's it, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Perk. Brings us to item J, resolutions. Item 8, resolution approving an agreement between the Lafourche Parish Council Office of Community Action and Economy in Lockport for the purpose of providing temporary housing assistance and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any all relevant documents. Moved by Mr. Brumfield on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Perk. Any discussion? There being none, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Motion passed 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 9, resolution approving an agreement between the Lafourche Parish Council Office of Community Action and Jake's Kids LLC for the purpose of providing school uniform assistance and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any all relevant documents. Mr. Brumfield for the administration, second by Mr. Perk. Any discussion? There being none, bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 10, resolution approving an agreement between Lafourche Parish Council, Office of Community Action, and Rouse's Enterprise for the purpose of providing food assistance and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any all relevant documents. Moved by Mr. Brumfield on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Perk. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 11, resolution approving an agreement between the Lafourche Parish Council, Office of Community Action, and 4 tuition assistance providers for the purpose of providing tuition assistance and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreements and any all relevant documents. Mr. Brumfield on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Perk. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 12, resolution approving agreement between Lafourche Parish Council, Office of Community Action, and 3 pharmacy assistance providers for the purpose of providing prescription assistance and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreements and any all relevant documents. Moved by Mr. Brumfield for the administration, second by Mr. Perk. Any discussion? You second it? Okay, so we got 2 seconds. Mr. Perk had seconded, but that's good. We'll put you as a second also. 2 seconds. Mr. Lorraine and Mr. Perk second that motion. He's pumped up. He wants that pharmacy assistance. We good? He wants to withdraw his second. No worries. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion passed 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Mr. Adams. Item 13, resolution approving change order number 4 for the project titled Courthouse Annex Hurricane Ida Repair Renovations, increasing the contract price by $20,263.32 and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said change order and any all relevant documents. Mr. Perk for the administration, second by Mr. Brum, second by Mr. Lorraine. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 14, resolution approving an agreement between Lafourche Parish Government and the City of Thibodaux for funding from the Parish Transportation Revenue Program for the 2025-2026 fiscal year and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any other relevant documents. Moved by Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Lorraine. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 15, resolution approving an agreement between Lafourche Parish Government and the Town of Golden Meadow for funding from the Parish Transportation Revenue Program for the 2025-2026 fiscal year and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any other relevant documents. Mr. Lorraine for the administration, second by Ms. Delenn. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Mr. Adams. Item 16, resolution approving agreement between Lafourche Parish Government and the Town of Lockport for funding from the Parish Transportation Revenue Program for the 2025-2026 fiscal year and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any and all relevant documents. Moved by Ms. Chesson on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Araby. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, and 1 absence. That absence being Mr. Adams. Are you good, Ms. Carleen? Item 17, resolution accepting bids for miscellaneous materials for the time period of September 1st, 2025 to August 31st, 2026, and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Ms. Chesson for the administration, second by Mr. Lorraine. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 18, resolution accepting the culvert bids for the time period of September 1st, 2025 to August 31st, 2026, and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Ms. Chesson for the administration, second by Mr. Lorraine. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 19, resolution requesting Lafourche Parish Council to review and approve the selection criteria for Lafourche Parish Head Start children for the 2025-2026 school year and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Ms. Chesson for the administration, second by Mr. Melvin. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Mr. Adams. Item 20, resolution accepting a grant from the Bayou Community Foundation in the amount of $10,000 for the Reverend Lloyd Wallace Community Center and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Mr. Araby for the administration, second by Mr. Lorraine. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 21, resolution approving an agreement between the Louisiana Workforce Commission, Office of Workforce Development, and Lafourche Parish Government with the fiscal agent being LAT Workforce Development Board Incorporated to provide services to youth, adult, and dislocated workers in the region fiscal year 2026 and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any and all relevant documents. And this will be sponsored by Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Araby. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 22, resolution approving change order number 4 for the project titled Hurricane Ida Galliano Government Complex Interior Rebuild, increasing the contract price by $25,643.78 and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer said change order and any relevant documents. Mr. Lorraine for the administration, second by Ms. Chesson. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Item 23, resolution approving an agreement between Lafourche Parish School District and Lafourche Parish Government Head Start Program to coordinate efforts for the 2025-2026 school year to identify and serve children who are at risk for developmental delays and or have exceptional needs, and authorizing the Parish President to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any relevant documents. Ms. Chesson for the administration, second by Mr. Araby. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence, that absence being Councilman Adams. Item 24, resolution approving amendment number 2 to the agreement between Lafourche Parish Government and All South Consulting Engineers, LLC, for the project titled Bayou Vista Drainage Project, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said amendment and any and all relevant documents. Mr. Melvin for the administration, second by Mr. Pierce. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence, that absence being Mr. Adams. And now we know why Mr. Stevie Smith was here tonight. Number 25, resolution approving a contract between the Division of Administration and Lafourche Parish Government for the fiscal year 2024-2025 funding through the State of Louisiana Office of Community Development, Community Water Enrichment Fund, CWEF, for the Lafourche Parish Water District Number 1, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any and all relevant documents. Mr. Araby for the administration, second by Mr. Pierce. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence, that absence being Mr. Adams. Item 26, resolution appointing 1 member to Lafourche Parish Community Action Advisory Board, an elected official, Mr. Brumfield for the administration. And who do you have, Mr. Brumfield?
1 vacancy, 1 applicant, Parish President Mitch Ogeron.
Mr. Ogeron, second by Mr. Lorraine. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, and 1 absence. That absence being Mr. Lorraine. Mr. Adams, I'm sorry. You good, Ms. Carleen?
I'm good.
Item 27, resolution appointing 1 member to the ITEP Committee for Lafourche Parish. Mr. Melvin, on behalf of the administration. Who do you have, Mr. Melvin?
1 vacancy, 1 appointment, President Mitch Ogeron.
Mr. Ogeron, second by Mr. Perk. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence, that absence being Mr. Adams. Item 28, resolution approving the parish president's appointment of Jefferson Sonny Crosby for the position of Director of Public Works for Lafourche Parish Government, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Ms. Chasson for the administration, second by Mr. Lorraine. Discussion. Mr. Lorraine, you have the floor first, sir.
Yeah, all I want to say is that the parish president gets to pick or choose the one he wants. And I think, in all honesty, it doesn't matter who's the parish president. That's what the Home Rule Charter says. I think it should be his, well, I'm going to say his because he's a guy, his choice. Now, the council has the right to reject it. But I'm a firm believer in going along, and you can check my record, my voting record, it's a long one. I've always supported what the parish president wanted, if I thought he could do the job. Now, you let him have his appointment, and then in 4 years, because this is a 2-year deal, but in 4 years, when it comes back, if you don't think he did a decent job, then you don't vote for it. But then if he doesn't get the votes, if you don't get 5 votes now, I think you got to wait 6 months before you could bring him back. So that's not going to fly. I mean, you're basically telling him if you got to wait 6 months or you ain't got the job. So I just think it's the parish president's choice, and that's what he's recommending. The only thing I'm going to tell you guys, and y'all might know, in the charter, whoever gets 5 votes gets the job, but if the council wants to get rid of him down the road, then you need 7. And it's pretty hard to get 7 out of 9, especially when one's always absent. That's just my opinion, and that's how I feel. I'm going to back up the parish president on this.
Thank you, Mr. Lorraine. Mr. Ogeron, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Crosby has been with us for really since before Ida. Been through a lot with us, understands the field office operations, was the field office supervisor in Lockport, and has been able to really be on the ground floor for a while, and was willing to step up to the plate to be able to take on this role. Dylan did an absolute fabulous job over the last 5.5 years for us, and we thank him for his service. And I just humbly ask for your approval for Mr. Sonny, and so we can keep things moving along here in the parish and do the work that the people expect. Thank you.
Mr. Melvin.
Yes, thank you. I know that being that President Chasson vacated and now President Ogeron has a window of basically, and look, I'm not saying it won't be 2 years, but my point being is that if you're in that seat, it doesn't matter if it's any one of us or any one of y'all, and you have to tell somebody, hey, we want you to leave, and look, this has nothing to do with all the qualifications, good or bad, this is just a time limit, Mr. Sonny, this is nothing personal about you, I'm just stating the facts of a time limit. If you have to go out and interview candidates and look at qualifications that fit the job, I'm not saying this is a rush to a decision, but time is a factor, so that there's an election in the spring. So if you're trying to interview as many candidates as you can, and you say, well, you want to leave your job making pretty good salary to come work for the parish, but we only guaranteeing you till April because I have an election, and hey, hopefully you win, but if you don't win, then you have to go back to doing your job. Now, Mr. Sonny, I guess you can go back to the barn. Not everybody can go back to a barn because they have the safety. So again, I just feel for the parish president in this instance because it's time limited. And then not only that, if it doesn't work out, the parish president can make a decision to not retain the person. We can maybe vote to not retain the person. Or, again, moving forward, whoever wins or loses that election would have to go through the same thing all over again, possibly, to have to hire somebody else to finish out the term. So it's not good timing. So, I mean, I'm going to support the nominations because, again, it's time limited, and if the guy's not doing the job, or a girl, I have confidence that President Ogeron is going to tend to it, or we can tend to it, but unless it's something I'm missing, but I'm going to support it.
Thank you, Mr. Melvin. Mr. Lorraine has a follow-up.
Yeah, I just want to say that if Mr. Crosby gets this position, I would hope that he would treat all the councilmen fairly, all the parish barns fairly, and all the employees fairly. That's all I'm asking from him.
Thank you, Mr. Lorraine. Mr. Perk, can you take so I can discuss? Yeah, so I've expressed my concerns with the parish president. This is one of these situations where it's very odd. And I just want to read to everyone here, whereas Section 3, yada, yada, Home Rule Charter, Lafourche Parish states if a vacancy occurs in the office administrator or any department head after a person has been initially confirmed in that position, the president shall submit a nomination to fill the vacancy to the council within 60 days after the date on which the vacancy occurs. So the president shall submit a nomination within 60 days after the vacancy occurs. Now, this is a little kind of odd. So by the Home Rule Charter, he has 60 days. So that's a considerable amount of time. Now, I think we've all been told that there was a resignation. I'm not exactly sure of the date because there was no, and to the public, what's happening here is the existing DPW director is resigning. I don't know where it states that. We don't have any letter supporting documentation or any of that, but that's what we've been told, and that's why there's a vote up tonight to assign someone as a director in the future, not today. So this is just a very odd situation for me. As far as Sonny goes, he and I have never had a debate. He's been a man of his word. He's done everything I've asked him to do. Matter of fact, it's kind of upsetting that the barn is being shaken up during hurricane season. I wish we'd have just left, in my opinion, our operations, our second in command, if you will, to run the operation, let the barns run the barns during hurricane season. I think it's a bad timing. But for me, this is just like a little bit of an odd situation. It's kind of out of whack. And so for that very reason, I'm going to leave this one alone. That's my thoughts. Thank you, Mr. Burke.
I would, just looking at his resume, and I had a brief opportunity to speak to Mr. Crosby, but just kind of looking at his resume, some of the things that did grab me, his supervision, his management skills, and one of the big things I saw was his communication. I think is probably the biggest thing in what he does. And one of the other things that grabbed me was he was a prior business owner himself, and coming from me personally, who own a business, that gravitates because, man, it's always easy to tell people how to do things, but when you've owned your own business, you get it, you understand it. And just the fact that he's willing, I thought it was admirable, the fact that he's willing to jump into this position. Of course, he's going to get an increase in pay, but he's going to well earn it. Right, Dylan? He's going to well earn it. So I just thought he's a good candidate. It is rather awkward, Mr. Chairman, that we're doing this, but I think we move forward here and then and let him prove himself. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Perk. With that said, if there's no further discussion, we'll bring this one to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. Nay. Nays, raise your hand. So the motion. All right, here we go. So the motion passes with 5 yeas, those yeas being, correct me if I'm wrong, please, Mr. Lorraine, Ms. Chesson, Mr. Pierce, Mr. Melvin, and Mr. Perk. 2 nays, that being Mr. Araby, Mr. Otan, 1 abstention, that being Mr. Brumfield, and 1 absent, that being Mr. Adams. Motion passed. Congratulations, Mr. Sonny. If you want, you're welcome to come say a few words. Actually, we'd encourage you to. And I don't think, and so once again, I don't see any dates on this, but maybe we can also just let us know what date, what's the official, the resignation date, I guess, and because I'd like to say a few words about Dylan afterwards also. Mr. Sonny, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you all. I plan to be very honest, very fair. I'm going to continue to work hard. I don't want to fail in any areas, so I'll be there for y'all.
And Mitch, you want to address Sonny, or you want to address something after? So anyway, Mr. Sonny, you got my 100% support like always. You need anything, me and all my resources, especially as we're going into hurricane season, you got it.
Yes, and thank y'all. And I'm there to help all the different barns, no matter what our situations are. So we'll make it work out.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Mr. President, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Certainly is not our normal process, and I understand your reservations there, and we've, of course, discussed that in a ton of respect. So Dylan's official last day in the office will be the 4th. It's the last day on payroll, and Mr. Sonny will fully sit in the chair effective that Monday, the 8th. Will be his first day in the office. Him and Dylan have been working together to make sure that he's grounded and ready to hit the ground running. So he's available to take calls and emails and the like as we speak. But Dylan's last day on payroll will be on the 4th. So, and again, we're sad to see him go, but also excited for his new ventures and can't thank him enough for the service that he's provided for us, and I'll leave the rest to you for your words.
No, looking forward to it. And be really interested in, from a selfish perspective on who's going to replace him at the Bourne. So, no, I just want to comment with, that being said, and I know we can say it during the discussion also, but being as we're at this Department of the DPW area, I want to thank Dylan. I know it's been a trying time, and dealing with the public is exceptionally difficult, and especially being young. So, I appreciate it. You've been a friend. I know you're also a constituent, so I'm hoping he doesn't become my biggest problem now, having the inside knowledge. But from myself, from the parish, from our residents, my constituents, I thank you for everything you've done, Dylan. Go ahead, Mr. Perk.
Yeah, I just want to elaborate on what our chairperson said. Dylan, thank you. Being I'm a newbie, Dylan has spent countless hours with me, educating me on pumps, drainage, gravity flow. I mean, I've learned more than what I'd probably care to know about this. But anyway, and the obstacles that we encounter, right? And what I always respected from him, he didn't tell me what I wanted to hear. He always told me the truth,
sometimes that's harder than telling people what they want to hear, right? So anyway, appreciate you. Good luck in the future. I know you'll be just fine. So thanks again.
Mr. Pierce.
Yeah, kind of like Mr. Perk, I'm kind of the rookie on the group here, and Dylan's been a big help to me in the first 8 months I've been in office. He's always been there when I call. Sometimes it takes a little while for him to call back, but I understand he's busy. But he's always called back. I just hope Mr. Sonny can fill his shoes. As far as I'm concerned, Dylan's done a good job, and I look forward to keeping on in the Bayou Blue area with Mr. Sonny. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate it.
Ms. Chesson.
Thank you. Since we're on this road, Dylan, thank you for the years we started together. And like Mr. Mark, thank you for teaching me all about drainage. And I love that you got my jokes and my sarcastic humor. A lot of times it was just to hear you giggle on the phone. But good luck in your new future endeavors, and I know the family's going to be happy to have you home again.
All right, very good. Well said by everyone. Brings us to item 29, resolution approving the parish president's appointment of Deanna Lafont for the position of parish administrator for Lafourche Parish Government, authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer any all relevant documents. Mr. Perk for the administration, second by Mr. Araby. Any discussion? Mr. Ogeron, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think everybody here is familiar with Ms. Lafont. She brings a wealth of knowledge, I think, to the table. I think she can serve us well as the administrator, considering her industry background and also her time in state government and economic development. But more importantly, being able to work through all of the things that we have going on here, whether it's the legislative work that we do, working with you guys, her previous relationship that she has built with y'all as council members, so on and so forth. I think her resume is too long to even worry about talking about. So again, I humbly ask for your approval tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Ogeron. Mr. Lorraine.
Yeah, she would be the third woman administrator since I'm here. And they have always done a good job, so I don't see why she can't do a good job. And Mr. Mitch, I will support your nominee, and I'll put it short. Keep it at that.
Thank you, Mr. Lorraine. I just want to remind everyone this is a very important decision, because in the event, God forbid, something happens to the parish president, like he slips, falls, gets knocked out or whatever, then she would be our acting parish president. But I will say, in all honesty, that, Deanna was part of one of the emergency declarations that I've been part of, and was a phenomenal person working with the public. So I'm so glad that we have someone that's coming in that is used to the public, because that's probably one of the most challenging aspects of this. So I definitely encourage everyone to please support Ms. Lafont. With that said, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence being Councilman Adams. Congratulations. You're welcome to say something.
Ooh, I'm glad that's done. No, I'm in all seriousness. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. It's a great honor. It's a great responsibility. Y'all have read my resume. Y'all have seen I've done a variety of things over the past many years, and I'm excited to learn about these facets of government that I haven't learned before, and all about drainage. I hear that's going to be I'm going to get my crash course in drainage. So by the end of this job, I'll know about electricity and drainage. I'll be a real force, right? But no, seriously, I'm looking forward to learning about you guys' district and spending some more time with you. And let's go do this. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Deanna. All right, it brings us to item 30, resolution approving change order number 4 for the project titled Hurricane Ida Repairs, the third block building, Phase 2 build back, increasing the contract price by $107,498.77, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said change order and any all relevant documents. Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Lorraine. discussion. Mr. Perk.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just real quick, relative to this overage, what this is if you look into it, it's mainly all of on the third block building. It's all of the decking and porching, and when you pass, you'll see that it's just deteriorated, so it's all falling apart. And what I did notice with this bid is, which I'm glad to see, is that we're going back with ASDEC and thermal composite and vinyl products that'll hopefully give us a little more longevity with all of this porching and decking and whatnot. So I think that's why we're seeing such a large number.
Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Councilman Perk is absolutely correct. This was not an easy change order to put on here for y'all to discuss, quite frankly. Worked actually back and forth with the architects. Originally in there, we just had some decking replacement, and then when we started digging into it, we found more and more and more rotten wood, structural components, et cetera. We even explored the possibility of just removing these balconies, and that turned into a bigger ball of wax and cost than just replacing what was there, because we had to go with different columns, et cetera. So it's not fun asking for this, but it's one of those things that we're paying the piper for the lack of preventative maintenance before. Councilman Irby, I see you shaking your head. I know in the past you said we need to get it done when it came to some of these buildings, and unfortunately this is just another reality that we have with that. And I'm sure we're going to end up finding a little bit more as we get into the few buildings that we have left to fix. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ogeron. With that said, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. The absence being Councilman Adams. Item K, Parish President, Department Heads, Directors, or Managers' Reports, Presentations, and/or Updates. Item 31, Finance Representative to present the monthly financial report as required by the state agreed-upon procedures for July of 2025. Mr. Ogeron, you have the floor, sir.
Yeah, all should have received the reports via email from our folks. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Renita, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you do have.
Thank you, sir. Brings us to item L, the questions for the administration. Mr. Melvin, you have the floor, sir.
Yes, sir. President Ogeron, I had a question about, a while back I requested 2 stop signs. At this point, I'd be happy to get 1, but actually, one's a stop sign, one's a radar-controlled solar panel. Shows you radar on the street, since we're trying to get away from the speed bumps, which sounds like this is a lot less than a speed bump. However, I was wondering, Randy Wine, they calling me for that one because, you know, rule of thumb, the further somebody lives down the street, the faster they go to get to the front or the back. So I was wondering where we were with that. Please, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Ogeron.
So it took a bit to get some quotes back. We got those, actually got them sitting in my inbox, and I'll be taking a look at them, approving them to get them going. So, yeah.
All right, brings us to item M, discussion. Number 32, discussion on the Golden Meadow Library and when the library's millage will be up for parish-wide renewal. Mr. Lorraine, please let the record reflect Ms. Chasson stepped out of chambers at 17:53 hours. Mr. Lorraine, you have the floor, sir.
I'm just wanted to talk about the Golden Meadow Library because it looks like it's at a standstill, but I found out some information this afternoon talking to the parish president. And the only thing that really gets me is I know you got somebody's going to be first and somebody's going to be last. I know that it's going to happen. But they've been sitting there for 4 years. Friday is going to be 4 years. And for 4 years, we paid that tax parish-wide. We had insurance on that building. We had insurance on the South Lafourche Library. So there is some plans that are being drawn up. Hopefully they'll have construction first quarter of 26. Am I right, Mitch? First quarter of 26. But what really gets me is A month after the hurricane hit, I asked to get some Wi-Fi. Never could get, there's a sign. You see that sign? It says, future home of the Golden Meadow Branch Library, Wi-Fi currently available at this location. It has never been hooked up at that location. Not at that location, but that's what the sign says. And that really burns me up because it's not being accurate. Now, I met with the president this afternoon. He said he was going to check to see if they could hook up some Wi-Fi. But I was told, and I know it's not hooked up. Nobody goes park there at night or during the day when a lot of people used to go use it, but they can't use it if it's not there, but the sign says it's there. And I guarantee you it's not there. So maybe you're going to be the liaison, so you can hopefully straighten that up. And the tax is going to be, y'all know when, gentlemen? April the 18th, the same time as the parish president. So we might be able to get some people out to vote. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully in the first quarter, they'll have construction. Now, they are working on the plans. He gave me a copy of the plans. So I'll take his word at it on this one. Remember what I told at DPW, be fair and tell me the truth. So that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Ms. Lorraine. Let the record reflect at 17:55 hours. Ms. Chesson returned back into, oh, I had it right. Okay, any further discussion? Nope, brings us to item N, adjournment. On motion by Mr. Perk, second by Mr. Brumfield, and with no further business, Lafourche Parish Council regular meeting of August 26, 2025 will be adjourned at 17:57 hours. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absence. That absence is being Councilman Adams.